have shared the testimony with you of how I went to a governor, a former governor of this state, to pray for him, and I had a particular car. It was a V-Boot. That car, I was the only one who could drive that car. If I park that car and leave the key on the ignition, you can't steal it. Because you cannot turn it on. The car was as good as dead. When I'm coming, the noise, it's like a generator. 100 kVA. But sir, I was driving the car. I got to see His Excellency, the governor. And I parked the car outside. And I was going up. I saw him, prayed with him. And he said, God said I should give you something. He didn't give to me, gave to one of my boys who came with me. I saw that one dragging money. And I asked him, who gave you? He says, the governor. I said, return it. The Lord told me, don't take anything. He said, So I go and listen again. Oh, listen again. I said, the Lord told me, don't take anything. Return the money to him. He said, sir, you have to change your car. I said, shh, keep quiet. And I prayed with the man. There were some prophetic words that shocked him. So he followed me downstairs. As we were going, we got downstairs. I said, okay, I'll see you, sir. He said, no, let me give you your full compliments. Let's follow you to the car. He was not just coming alone. He was coming with a retinue of aides. Following me to that car. Hey! As we take 3 steps, I said, yes, don't worry. It's the apostle. It's called compliments. We have to give you that honor. I said, Jesus, touch him, touch him, touch him. This man must not see this car. This man must not. And he was coming with his wife. She had her own aides. He had his own aides. So we are talking of like 30 people following me to that car. I've already rejected what I was given in several 6 zeros. As I entered the car, I said, Father, please, if there is any day you answer prayer, let it be today. As I turned the car, they were around the car. I saw them, he looked at the wife looked at him. He said, okay, man of God, see you. As they left, the car just I was hitting the steering, hitting the steering. I stood there demoralized. You know I'm your pastor. I'll tell you things the way they are. For like 2 minutes, I was demoralized. I put my head on the car. Anointed. I just manifested the gift of God upstairs. They came downstairs thinking I looked like the gift I manifested. Not knowing there was no correlation or semblance. Your story will change in a hurry. 2 years later. 2 years later, take your seat. The same man sent for me. I didn't want to go. Because it's that period, not even a word. Because the departure, I'm sure, made him feel somehow. And my wife said to me, you have to go. So I went there, this time around, with the latest Jeep of that time. As I parked the Jeep, I saw another Jeep like that was exactly like mine. I never knew that was his own official car. Same, no difference. So I parked my car near the car. I didn't park outside. Open the gate. Park the car near his car. After praying with him, he said, okay, Apostle, I'll see you. I said, go here. Give me my compliments. Follow me downstairs, sir. He said, but there was something I was doing. I said, but you called me, so you have to give me my compliment. He said, that's true. Where is His Excellency? Where all of them cars were coming. I saw his children opening my door. I said, what is that? He said, is this not that car? I said, no, that's my car. Hey! I said, no, that's my car. The next is your dad's car. Mine is newer. It's the newest. He was hearing it. And he opened it. He sat inside my car. I said, wow, what spec is this? I gave him the full details of the car. He said, wow, this is wonderful. I said, God bless you. Excellency, please come down. I wanted to satisfy myself. I said, oh, sorry, I need to drive off. Thank you. God bless you. He said, guess what? As I gave him a hand, he brought his 2 hands. Poverty is a bastard. Sir, why did I say what I said? All it takes is patience. To cut corners is to cut short your future. Don't let anybody's current state intimidate you to go off track. He said, my son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. I have been around for a while. This is 34 years of preaching. I can tell you the truth that nobody who lives a life of error to get rich ends well. Not one. Not one. Not one. I have seen all kinds of people. Not one. From ministry to industry. From academia to politics. From medical to entrepreneur. Nobody who cuts corners. You can start late and still be the latest. God is not a laugher at man, he's a lifter of men. Not one. Anything you get through wrong means you can't sustain. Not one. Not one, sir. So when people around you are doing all kinds of things to buy car, to buy house, don't follow them. That thing is what might kill them. Not one.